Hi, my name is Jennifer Stevenson. I just wanted to bring you up to date on my MMP project. So we're just going to take a look at the table, and it says right here that the red means that I'm finished. So as far as the needs assessment, I did do informal conversations. I did create a written survey, and I did email blasts. Now, I started that in February, like actually having the conversations and creating things, but it took until March for me to get some feedback, and I still haven't really received as much feedback as I would like. But I found that I get more from informal conversations. So I've just been walking around my building a lot and having a lot of conversations with people, posting on the various networks. Now, as far as the Thinkfinity groups that I've joined, some of them haven't been helpful. The one about the 21st century learners park, that they had an article which I'll share with you later, and that was helpful. And Jazel has been pretty active, and I did post uh, a question or kind of survey for feedback. As far as I joined a New York listserv for media specialists, and they actually had a link posted to the listserv that was a virus. So a lot of people wanted to drop the listserv, and they're tweaking some things right now. So wasn't able to get any feedback there. Narrowing down the technology. So before I had, a few different tools that I wanted to use, but then I got to work and I saw none of these really work here. So there's no point in using a software or a Web 2.0 tool that I can't utilize at my job. So I decided that I'm going to use Prezi, and I'm going to embed the still, the moving, and the audio into it. So I just have to play around with it and see how to get all of those things into there. So far, the only thing that I haven't really figured out is how to get a blog or interactive conversation component into a Prezi, but maybe I might just have to create a separate blog. I'm not sure. Now, the last thing that I'm working on is to, instead of create a whole presentation, because I need to create essentially 5 presentations because they would be 5 different sessions. I can only create a story. I can try to create a storyboard for what I want to be discussed in each presentation and kind of collect the data that I want to present. So I'm going to show you my Word document, and let me start at the top. So this is what it says. This is the original email that I put out on the New Jersey listserv. So you can read it for yourself. And I got only 2 up to date so far. I only got 2 responses, and I'm not sure if I should post the same thing again. I'm not sure, but from the 2 responses that I got, one was really in depth, and this lady Amy shared with me some of the websites that she shares with the teachers, and she writes a little blurb about them, how they could use them in their classrooms, which I thought was really cool because a lot of times it's hard to stay up to date, and sometimes we just don't know what websites to use. And then she also shared with me one of her handouts. So if this is tailored specifically to the humanities department, she has a specific uh, handout for them and what databases and resources might be of interest to them. And that kind of helped me know that I was on the right track, trying to separate them by department and then trying to show them how that department could use the media center instead of trying to make it a general generic, you know, presentation for the whole staff. Now, this wasn't the last thing. Now, I also created the survey, and this was for my colleagues at my job. And this is just a blank one. And then I just shared 2 responses that I received so far. So when I was looking at it, I saw that it said the media center would be better if there were more magazines and newspapers. So that just helped me realize where I need to go with my presentation. I need to talk about how we have magazines and which magazines can help, which departments. I need to talk about the procedures for checking out the magazines, et cetera, so that everyone will be aware of what is going on. Now, the last thing that I had on this was an article that I found on Thinkfinity, and I thought that this would be really interesting to the teachers, and I highlighted everything that I thought really kind of brought home the whole reasoning behind doing the professional development. So I thought that this would maybe pique their interest and make them more interested in using the resources in their classrooms. Now, this is my Prezi. It's a really rough draft, and I actually started another time, and then I couldn't figure out how to tweak that because I did something with the formatting, and I just had to start all over again. So right now, the format is not all together, but this is kind of a storyboard for what I want. So as you can see, each circle is a presentation. So the Media Center and Me would be the first one, then the LMC resources would be the second one, Media Center procedures. This one, let me click on it because it's a collaboration, would be the would be the fourth one. And the last one would actually be integrating the resources. And I have a little video for 3 of the different days to kind of, I have 4 videos, sorry, that kind of kick things off as a discussion point, show people how the Media Center has been used to be collaborating. And so far, this is what I have. I have the ideas that I want to discuss. I have some media, and there is no audio yet. I'm working on that, and I'm still working on the layout. But so far, everything fits on the page. You can read everything, so I just have to space out the pictures. And I wanted to take some more pictures of my actual media centers so that they could go around the bottom. So that's all. I appreciate any feedback. Thank you.